Master Lim here. You may be wondering, in our past videos, we are talking about some miraculous achievements of some sunyatis. They could go for astral traveling, projection of consciousness over distance, and saw the angels or naga, and etc. Over many of my talks and lectures of Sunya, I caution the sunyati, do not practice for miracles or the supernatural power, because they do not solve our problems and never bring in peace and prosperity for us. Then why I started to talk about the supernatural achievement of some sunyati here? The reason is very simple. Human beings are curious in nature and love to explore the unknown. Also, many gurus, Baba, and so-called religious teachers love to use their supernatural power to awe their followers so that they can donate more money and let them live a lavish life. Our mind is powerful, very powerful, and Sunya is a training of the mind. From the very first day I started to teach Sunya 30 years ago until today, we have a lot of miraculous testimonies. Since the mind is powerful, the currents of supernatural experiences are happening once in a while during the practice of Sunya, and we have to address it correctly. There are some guru and babas, during their meditations, they experience something extraordinary. Then they started to claim heaven and earth. Suddenly, they are the chosen one from high above. You pay them some amount of tuition fees or donate huge amount of money. You will achieve enlightenment and gain all those superpower. The most common claim is the levitation. They can float in air. In the early day of Sunya, one of my friends told me he had learned some powerful meditation from a guru and he can levitate in air. He spent a lot of money to learn from one level to the other. I asked him to demonstrate to me how he levitated. Then he crossed his leg and sat down and he started to hit the ground and make himself jump into the air. I told him, this is jumping, not levitating. He said, no worry, this is the initial stage. Many people can't even jump when they cross the leg, and now he could jump into the air. The guru told him he was at advanced stage already, but he paid more money to learn. One day he could levitate and float in the air. I asked him, have you seen your guru float in the air? He said, no. But the guru saw them, the photo, he was floating in the air. And when coaching them, the guru could jump high into the air. I told him, you must be an idiot. The so-called photos floating in the air are the momentary snapshots when they jump into the air. Anybody with a Photoshop can create such a photo. He insisted his guru could float. Only the very high level students have seen them. Then I asked him, have you met any of the so-called high level students? He said, no. Actually, he himself is considered high level student already because he could jump very high into the air. Then he told me he may not levitate in the real practice, but one time in his dream, he found himself floating in the air. My stomach was painful from laughing at it. Then I told him the story of Mrs. Chong. At least she could travel to the top of the clouds and even to Jupiter and come back. This is 1,000 times more powerful than the so-called levitation. And yet we discouraged the discussion during the Sunya practice and never told her, Sunyati, you pay me certain amount of money, I can teach you, from one level to another. Then one day you can travel to Jupiter for free. I told him, you have not seen your guru floating in the air, and yet you pay so much to learn the skill that no one had demonstrated to you. And in my Sunya practice, at least we have seen a few who experience astral traveling, which is many times more powerful than floating in the air quietly like a donkey. Eventually, he was convinced such practice to levitate was useless and only a means to extract money from ill-informed students. The problem was he wanted to experience astral traveling when practicing Sunya. He was a small-time contractor, and at that time the economy was not good. And basically, he was in financial difficulties. I asked him, if you could travel to Jupiter, Would it solve his financial problem? He said, no, it could not. Yeah, I told him, what's the point of astral traveling? Is it useless? And cannot bring peace and prosperity to you. That convinced him eventually. After that, he started to study the sutra and practice the Dhamma and meditation correctly. Eventually, got up of his financial difficulties, not by levitation or astral travel to Jupiter, but by doing his duty and follow the law of cause and effects. Other than levitation, there were a lot of false claims by the Guru. I saw a few videos about Guru in India and even in Africa. The Samanic Guru can make the dehusked coconut roll on the ground. Then someone challenged them using the whole coconut. The coconut cannot roll. At the end of the day, the magic buster broke open the coconut and found that inside the Guru had placed mice in it and sealed back the coconut. No wonder the coconut can roll. So in the future, if any Guru saw the coconut roll on the ground, bring him a whole coconut and ask him to perform the power and see if the coconut can roll or not. We are training the Sunyati. Never buy the story of those gurus or religious teachers claiming levitation and can make the object float in the air. Believe me, they can only show you the pictures, not the real scene. And in rare occasions, they hypnotize the audience and make them believe they can float. You can see in many YouTube demonstrations, the rope climber who can make the rope rise in the sky and then let it come in, Oh, magic! They wrap a stiff pipe and make it look like ropes and bury it in the earth. So when the mystical music started, they use hydraulic force to raise the steel rope into the sky and let them climb on it. Other than claiming to float himself or some object in the air, many Guru and Baba claimed they could communicate with the angels. Many of the claims were simply cheating and hoax. Because in Sunya, we have Sunyati seeing the angels by themselves. Their encounters were far from the spectacular claim like that of the Guru. Today, let me tell you the story of the forest monk who could communicate with the angels. And he himself told me, this kind of communication is useless, no? Let us see why it is useless. He told me, before that, he worked as a police officer in the anti-narcotic section. Actually, it is an open secret now in Southeast Asia, countries like Thailand, Malaysia, and even Philippines. One, they are certain a person is a narcotic cartel, the police would shoot him dead. This is a brutal practice. We never endorsed it. We're just telling you the story here. So he was a narcotic trafficker assassin, killing the drug cartels. Once the anti-narcotic department identified the main trafficker, after a few assassinations, he started to lose sleep, and experience nightmare in the sleep. Finally, in his last mission, he rode a motorcycle and killed a drug dealer in one marketplace, which are full of people. Maybe the family members there, the horror and pains in their voices drilled deep into his mind. After that, he could not sleep anymore. The despair and horror and the yelling of people haunted him again and again. Then he started to go to nightclub to boost himself out, and taking prostitute for sex. Hopefully the nightmare could go away. It never worked. Finally, he went to the temple to ask forgiveness for his sins. The chief monk advised him to go to the forest and become a forest monk, to live in solitary and repent his bad karma, transferring his marriage energy for those he killed. When he practiced meditation, a lot of spirits come and disturb him, and he decided to leave Thailand and come to Malaysia. Changing the environment did lessen the burden in his mind. He ended in the forest in the state of police, the most northern state of Malaysia, sharing a common border with Thailand. In Perlis, the mountain is mainly limestone in nature and have a lot of caves, so he chose one of them and stay in it to meditate. During the meditation, he started to see some supernatural beings came and disturbed him. Initially, he saw a funny tiger, which was a very long body, rolling fearfully and encircling him. The body of the tiger was so long now. Wow, and second him could meet head to tail. He kept telling the tiger, if you wish to eat me, I have no objection, If you want to eat me now. But please stop making that roaring sound, it disturbs my meditation. Then the tiger stopped roaring. After some time, walked away and never returned again. Then at one time there appeared a huge serpent. The body was long and huge and the head was as big as a table. The serpent encircled him, and opened the huge mouth, like it was going to swallow him down. The monk also told the serpent, I'm sorry for my sins. If you want to eat me, you can eat me now, but please do not show your mouth like that to me, The serpent cursed the monk, stared at him for a long time, eventually went away and never returned. The last step to him was the appearance of a beautiful lady, totally naked, and invited him for sex. The monk told me that was the worst test. He was not afraid of the tiger and the serpent, but somehow the lady transformed into the type of girls that he liked most, He had to keep on telling himself, I'm a monk, no sex for me, no sex for me. After this last text, no more horrible things came to disturb him, as he kept on transferring his energy, and married to whoever was around him. Eventually some angels actually came to him. Sooner he could see something far away, the thinking of others, etc., to the help of the angels. I normally do not take miraculous claims easily and want them to demonstrate to me. The monk with his eyes open could tell me in great detail what my house looked like. It amazed me. But the monk told me not to believe those fortune teller who can describe your house clearly, and this is from the help of the spirits. They can tell you your past, but never predict your future correctly. All these are useless tricks. I asked him, how do you know someone is using the power of angel to see things? He told me one of the common practice is they are eating sweets during fortune telling. This is to feed the energy to the spirit. Later I found one Chinese Baba from Australia gathered a huge crowd of people, and he could know how your house look like, whether a woman has done abortion or someone has done something bad in the past. He added sweets before closing the eyes and then whacking the woman who asked him a question for her past abortion and frightened her to hell. Then of course they have to pay money to settle the sinful problem. He amassed tens of millions of dollars. Even many religious parties warn that he is not Buddhist and against the precepts to do all these acts. Thousands of people still get to see him as they are awed by his ability to tell your secret. And he claimed he is empowered by Avalokiteshvara. Like many gurus who claim they are endorsed by the gods, many unfortunate, uninformed believe this and donate a lot of money, to wash their sin. In Sunya, we always tell the Sunyati, do not believe those gurus about that show off their miraculous power. Many of that is through association with evil spirit. And you cannot use money, to wash your sin clean, You must cleanse yourself through good practice in Sunya and serving humanity. In the practice of Sunya, we leave those spirits and angels alone and never want to interact with them. And they bring more trouble than giving us any benefits. But we are not afraid, of the spirit or angels to disturb us. The energy of meditation is very strong and harmful to them if they dare to come near. As even today, many cheaters are using the spirit and ghosts to frighten people. They keep on claiming you are possessed by certain evil, that you have to pay money for them to get rid of the evils. As Sunyati, we never need those idiots and cheaters. When you practice more advanced into Sunya, you will realize the practice of Sunya is powerful. No evil spirits dare to come near to you. It is our duty, to teach people to lead a peaceful life and not keep on worrying about the evil spirit and demons. We did coach and guide the Sunya counselor how to deal with such cases, which 99% was psychological problem rather than due to any evil spirit. So in future, we need to train you to differentiate a psychological case and a real haunted case. What you need to learn today is that you don't need anybody to help you for this. Sunya is powerful enough to handle the problem for you. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.